Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and in this video, we're looking at the BOLDR Odyssey Bronze Auburn and comparing it to my Christopher Ward C60 Trident Bronze. Now, this watch is in on loan from BOLDR, and I've owned this watch for about 2 years now. So I thought it would be fun to compare factory fresh bronze to a bronze watch that has patinaed for about 2 years now. I have not forced the patina onto this watch, and I've not worn it in salt water or anything like that. This is just naturally aged patina bronze. So let's look at these side by side, and then I'll go over the specs for each of these watches and I'll put them both on wrist. But just an idea of what this bronze may eventually end up looking like. Each bronze case will patina differently. Now this one here will look, well, it's a lot larger case, so I think you'll see more patina, or you'll see more bronze at least. So this almost looks like pinkish to me, and this one's more brown, obviously because of the age. This BOLDR is CU SN8 bronze, so SN is 10, and 8 indicates that it's 8%, 10. Around there, it's not an exact measurement, and then almost the rest of it would be copper. There's some small trace elements of, I think I don't remember all the other elements, but it's mainly copper and tin that is in bronze. I had another one in a while ago. I can't remember if it's this one, but I could have sworn another one I had is CUSN6. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Just taking a look at the patina on both of these. I like on the C60 that the handset looks to be bronze as well, so you can see what it looked like originally, and then you can see how it looks aged against the original bronze color. And also this has a blue dial, and then this has a brown dial with the brown strap. I've not seen that combination before. Really curious to see how that would look with patina. If I could replicate that here or not. I don't think this strap would fit on the Christopher Ward. Interesting. I like the blue and the bronze, kind of contrasting colors here. Alright, so the BOLDR is rated to 500 meters water resistance, and the Christopher Ward, believe it or not, is rated to 600 meters of water resistance. Before I got the tuna in my collection, before I added it to my collection, this here was the highest rated dive watch in my collection. I have a Zen U50 as well that's rated to 500 meter, but just neat to have something in your collection that is rated for that deep of water resistance, that depth. This one does not have a helium escape valve, but the BOLDR does. I'm not sure what depth the helium escape valve is required. I'm not sure how Christopher Ward gets around that. Also, my Zen U50 does not have a helium escape valve either. I know the Omega Seamaster 300 has a helium escape valve, so just interesting different designs, concepts here. Nice engraved case back on the BOLDR. It does have quick release pins here. This is a Gruber fluoroelastomer strap, and I believe this one is FKM rubber, but also it has this canvas on the top here. Nice looking strap. They call it a hybrid strap. So anyway, let's go over the dimensions here real quick. We're looking at 53 millimeter lug to lug, and then case diameter 46, bezel diameter 45. Thickness on this, nice and thick at 17.1 millimeter. 22 millimeter lug width, and this strap does not taper. It's 22 millimeter all the way down. And the crown on this is a 9 millimeter crown. Largest size crown I've ever seen on a watch in person. That's a signed crown as well. And it's a triple lock screw down crown. Christopher Ward is not a small watch either. It's actually a little bit too large for my wrist, but it's the only bronze watch in my collection, so I've held on to it for these past 2 years. Looking at 51.6 lug to lug. Diameter, case and bezel, 43 millimeter. Thickness on it is 13.6. It's a little thick for a watch, but not really that thick for a 600 meter dive watch. I think that's perfectly fine, especially considering the 17.1 millimeter thickness of the BOLDR. 22 millimeter lug width, and this strap does taper down to 20. I always appreciate some taper in the bracelets and the straps. I think it makes it more comfortable on wrist. We're looking at a 7 millimeter signed screw down crown. Of course, it's screw down, being rated to 600 meters water resistance. It has the Christopher Ward logo on here. I'll zoom in on dials for both of these because the BOLDR has this neat 3D lume. It has a LumeCast lume. These here have a little bit of height to them as well. Kind of a matte navy blue dial. And you see at the bottom there, Swiss made. And a date window at 3 o'clock. It is a color matched date wheel. Of course, I would prefer no date, but you know, there is some symmetry here with the indices. They're the same size. So you have Christopher Ward over here at 9 o'clock, which I know a lot of people don't like. But I think it balances out well with the date on the right here. Can't remember. I guess this one does not have. Some of them have a relief logo below the 12 o'clock. Not seeing it on this one, so that is a little plain up there, kind of blank space, I should say. And it does have this nice relief bezel insert, which I do like on bronze watches. Nice coin edge bezel as well. No complaints for me with the bezel action on this. It's not too loose and not too stiff, so just right. Goldilocks territory. I just went past the 12, but I'll fix that later. And here's the BOLDR. Again with the relief bezel insert, all bronze, which I think looks great on a bronze watch. But looking at these indices, you can see that there's quite a bit of depth to them. These are the LumeCast indices. It's a mixture of ceramic and Swiss Super Luminova. So we'll check out the lume on this towards the end of the video, compare it to the Christopher Ward. I don't remember how the lume is on that Christopher Ward. I haven't worn it in a while. Nice lume pip up here too at the 12 o'clock. And good bezel action on this. A little less grippy with the way that the knurling is, or the scallops, castellations, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully you don't hear that scratching the buckle, scratching on the desk here. So there we go. And yes, this does have a matching buckle. You know, I'll zoom back out. So matching bronze buckle on the BOLDR, and the Christopher Ward has a matching buckle as well. I've got to put this lume pip back to 12 o'clock. There we go. So yeah, this has aged as well, and it is signed right here, Christopher Ward, and the BOLDR is signed as well. There's a B right there. All right, so let me get. Weight on the BOLDR is 188 grams, and weight on the Christopher Ward is 129 grams. The BOLDR is $649. This is the previous version of the Christopher Ward. Then the current version is $995, and it has a different handset. It has not really sword hands, it's kind of just an arrow, I guess, for top and bottom, and then the dial is, I don't know if you call it textured, but it's printed to look like denim or jeans pants, whatever you want to call it, jean jacket. Anyway, all right, let me get both of these on wrist. Let's go from large to not quite as large, especially on my 6.5-inch wrist. I kind of like this brown rubber strap. I didn't think I would, but it looks kind of neat. I think this is the third bronze boulder I've had on the channel here. The first one was a tour watch from Random Rob, and then Boulder has been kind enough to send these in for us to check out. I think the first one had a green dial, the second one had a blue dial, and then this is a brown dial, or Auburn is what it's called. So we'll zoom out too, so you can see how large this thing is. I think it's a fun watch. It'd be cool to wear in the summer, going to the beach. Whatever you want to do on the weekend, unless you're fortunate enough to work outside every day and wear a short sleeve shirt, and you can rock this watch whenever you want to. It just wouldn't work too well wearing long sleeves. So there we go. I have a 52 millimeter wristband, and I think this one is 53 millimeter. All right, let's go to the Christopher Ward. I'll hold these side by side real quick. They both do have stainless steel case backs, which is critical to not getting green skin. I have had that happen to me before. I know Tudor has a bronze bracelet now, and I think the underside is bronze as well, so I don't know how they get away with that without getting the wearer's skin green. Yeah, this is a fun watch too. I think this will stay in my collection for a while. I've been tempted to sell it, but just can't quite do it. Nice flat sapphire crystal. Boulder is a double dome crystal. I'll show you that up close in a minute when I zoom back in here. Yeah, that is the SKX in the background. Well, 13.6 millimeters is kind of thick, but this doesn't look quite that thick. I think it's just the way the case is designed. There's a bevel on the bottom and there's a bevel on the top. So there's kind of a bevel underneath, and then some of the thickness is from the case bottom, which you can't really see. There's a little bit of a bevel at the top here. So they do a good job with hiding the thickness on this. Also, it's a larger watch too, so maybe that's why it doesn't look quite as thick. Yeah, it's a nice watch. I'm glad I added it to the collection. Oh, I think I was going to show the thickness again. I already forgot what I wanted to show, and I zoomed back in. Oh, it was the sapphire crystal. So this is a flat sapphire, which I've really come to prefer. Also, the rehaut, or the chapter ring in here, is bronze as well, so it has the non-patina bronze color to it. The rehaut on this, or the chapter ring, is the Auburn color. I do like how domed sapphire crystal looks, but it's a bit too much distortion for me now. Alright, let me pause the video and we'll check out the Lume. I'll be right back with the Lume. If you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave a comment below. Alright, so on the left we have the Boulder, of course, with the Lumicast Lume, and on the right, Christopher Ward. The Boulder is a little bit brighter, but Christopher Ward is not that bad either. Nice large indices on both of these. Of course, the Boulder has even larger indices, but I would give the brightness on this to the Boulder, and also the Christopher Ward is no slouch. Just trying to hold this down on the table, so these are both at about the same height. So that will conclude this video. As always, thank you for taking the time and thank you for watching.